Happy to have them with us. Great players all, and they have been competing mightily all week, as have the pros. And we are down to 3 now at the Billiard Factory World Summit of Pool here at the Riviera Hotel. Francisco Bustamante down by 2 again to Alex Pagulayan, 4-2 in a race to 7 to see he'll meet Shane Van Boning in the finals.
Bustamante again went for the straight break, not the cut break, but he took off a lot of speed that time. And I'm not sure if he's got enough of that 1 ball to play a carom on a 7 ball yet. Let's see what the game says. I think he can play it. He's going to play the cue ball off the 1 with a little bit of draw.
He didn't make anything, yep.
Oh, he didn't make a ball on a break.
Nothing on the break.
That's the first time, I think, since today's TV matches, no one's made a ball.
Absolutely right.
Maybe he made a bad decision to take speed off. Here's Alex with the tradition out there. Now that's a little bit of Filipino right there. That's not snooker.
I was going to say, he goes back when he needs it. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, you go back to the Filipino roots when you need it.
You won't see that snooker, I don't think. And here's the agility part of Alex Pagulayan's game. Behind the back, up on the table.
You know what? Alex is he's a very coordinated person. I see him do other sports, even like hacky sack and basketball. He plays all sports well. He's very coordinated. He even does these little proposition bets where he says I can leap across the pool table with 1 jump, and he does it. One thing about Alex is that anytime he makes a proposition to you in a bet, don't take it.
Yep, it's true.
And he laughs and smiles and jokes and says, I can't do it. I don't think I can do it. You know, Alex, you were talking about earlier about how you finished 2nd place at the U.S. Open, 2nd place at World Championships. And within like 2 years' time, he won the U.S. Open, won the World Championships. And that says a lot about Alex Pagulayan's personality. And he was a big money player for many years before he started going to tournaments. And there's a lot of story, and I've personally seen him play for money. And he would lose matches occasionally to a great player. And then within a year, he'd go right back to that player and offer to play them again.
Well, what's interesting is he beat Earl Strickland early when he came over here early in his career, and then wound up losing a match to Tony Ellen, and they said that they had tape of him beating Earl, and he didn't want that tape. He wanted the tape of the match against Tony Ellen where he had lost. He wanted to see what he did and get better, and that's exactly the point you're making. He has an interesting take on that particular part of the game. He knows that that's how you learn most of the time, is by looking at what you've done, especially in a loss.
He told me a story one time because he used to match up so tough, so many tough games.
Ooh.
And matchups, great shot there.
That was
close there. And he said, I said, why do you always match up so tough? He says, because I was taught by these great players in the Philippines that I can't be a champion until I've lost 100 times.
Wow.
So he was like on like a death wish to go out there and play the best guys in the world. But the funny part was he wasn't losing. He was winning most of the time. So he has no fear of losing. This guy.
I think, and I said to you before, that he is very, very comfortable for somebody who has not been in the last couple of years on TV that much, but he looks like he is right where he belongs, up now by 3 racks against Francisco Bustamante. For the first time in rack 7, Francisco did not make a ball on the break. Alex took care of the rest of it, and now we'll have a chance to get to the hill, 1 rack away from a trip to the finals against Shane Van Boning.
And in all fairness, you know, Bustamante's only made 1 big error, which is the first game when he missed a 1 ball with a bridge. It was an easy shot, but Alex is just playing flawless. Alex has not made any errors at all. And, well, he made a good break, but didn't get rewarded. This is what Bustamante needs. He needs Alex to not necessarily make mistakes, but just get him to the table. Bustamante needs to get to the table.
He's going to push out.
Well, playing a push out against Bustamante is not going to be easy. He's definitely can't let him see the ball at all.
This is a legal push out. Mr. Bustamante has the option.
So Alex is playing just a very, actually, even though Busty can't see it, it's conservative kick push out because it's an easy kick. Bustamante is going to kick behind the 1, try to stop it, hopefully send the 1 ball 1, maybe 2 rails down and rehook Alex. What's interesting about that shot right there, a lot of amateur players will play that shot with bottom English. They think that you put bottom English on the ball, but you actually hit it with high English. When it comes off the rail, it actually has the effect of reverse English on it. Yeah. So we actually, that's a little tip for you people at home. When you want to kick the ball, behind, and the ball is like, let's say within 5 inches of the rail, you want to hit high English on a ball so that it will actually stop.
Always learning here.
Now Alex has a
Watching these
chance.
guys.
He's got a chance to kick behind it and maybe put the cue ball behind the 5. Yep, look, put it up behind the 5 ball and play safety. And that was well executed.
And you're getting to see a couple of the really great safety players, too. Both players capable of every shot in the book and every escape in the book. This is going to be interesting, Charlie.
Now here's something Bustamante does that his mentor, Efren Reyes, does not, which is use the jump cue. Efren is not, he doesn't jump the ball very, very rarely. He doesn't do it really well, honestly. But Bustamante is very proficient with the jump cue. Wouldn't be surprising if he makes this ball. Oh, but look, he might resafe him. Might be behind the 4 ball.
Right there, behind the 4.
Like he called it.
I think Alex can see it.
You can see it, but I'm not sure if Alex can make it. And that's what all Bustamante can do, really, is hope to get to the table over and over again until he gets a shot.
I don't know what kind of position he'd have, even if he does.
Alex is going to try to play a resafe again. You know, you're talking about Alex and his really rocky childhood, and knowing him for a lot of years as well. He told me he grew up with a lot of his friends in the Philippines, like dead or in jail or wounded in gangs. And that was one of the reasons why his family sent him over to Canada to get away from all that, so that he could have a chance to actually live, not just like live, like, you know, in a wealthy way, but just to stay alive. Literally live. And that's one amazing thing about Alex's personality is that, look at him, he's so bright and cheerful, like life is just, you know, full of greatness. And he's got no bitterness in him at all, and I think that just says a lot about Alex as a person, not just as a champion.
And definitely settling down a little bit as he gets older.
Yeah,
really
Alex
great to see him, and he does look a lot more centered and a lot more focused to me.
Alex actually, he looks a lot younger than he is, but he's about 29 years old, and he actually has, I believe, 3 children. The Filipinos are definitely big on family. You know, they definitely they live together, eat together, spend a lot of time with each other, and family is a very big importance in Filipino culture.
This is good work by Francisco, and he desperately needed this rack to get back in it, trailing by 3 at this point.
Whoa, that was, I'll tell you what, that was a little bit risky there. He could have played a cue ball off the 4 to the rail and avoid the 6 ball, but he decided to go right into it. He's got kind of a tricky shot here, but I think he's okay. Nice finesse stroke. See, the speed he hit it at is clever because even if he doesn't hit the pocket full, even hits the rail before, the speed is just perfect where it'll still slide in. So a lot of these players, especially the Filipinos, what they're great at is making the pocket bigger, using the right types of English and spin and speed combinations to make the pocket bigger.
As you said, he definitely has it all. No part of the game he's not comfortable with. And after some safety play back and forth at the beginning of the rack, Francisco Bustamante takes control. Rack number 8 on his side, still trailing by 2.